Okay, let's dive right into this. If you've ever been told that you basically have to sit in a classroom for years, endlessly preparing and memorizing facts before you're finally allowed to make a single dime in the real world, well, get ready to have that myth completely shattered today. In this explainer, we're going to dismantle that traditional learn before you earn mindset. Instead, we're breaking down a highly actionable blueprint to help you hit a $10,000 a month income by learning while you earn. Let's get to it.
So here's our cognitive roadmap for today. 1. The learn then earn myth. 2. Finding your natural talent. 3. High-value digital vehicles. 4. The learn while earning loop. And 5. Positioning for premium.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, the learn then earn myth.
We've absolutely all heard the biggest lie fed to young people, right? That you just have to sit at a desk for 18 years absorbing theory without ever actually applying it. It's a whole system built on delaying action. And this brilliantly illustrates the problem. Take Joey's path, for example. Straight A's, top of his university class. And his reward? A job paying around $5,400 a month, which is a very real number based on a survey of over 70,000 bachelor's graduates. Plus, he's got a mountain of student debt and this constant nagging anxiety that AI is going to steal his job. Now contrast that with Kai's path. He actually got kicked out of school for being disruptive. No degree. Yet, he makes over $15,000 a month, has zero debt, travels the world whenever he wants, and here's the kicker, he actually uses AI to multiply his income. He didn't just work hard, he thought differently.
So what Kai became, and this is a massive paradigm shift, is a digital architect. A digital architect is basically a professional who builds wealth and freedom online simply by paying close attention to where the world is going and leveraging digital services to meet that demand. This is the ultimate vehicle that separates those struggling, debt-ridden traditionalists from the people actually living lives of wealth and complete geographic freedom.
Okay, moving on to Section 2, find your natural talent.
Now, you might be sitting there wondering, but I'm not naturally gifted like Kai. Well, actually, the data says otherwise. There's this deeply tragic study showing that 98% of 5-year-olds score at a literal genius level for divergent thinking, which is basically the ability to generate a ton of original ideas. But by adulthood, that number drops to just 2%. Crazy, right? It's because the traditional school system focuses entirely on fixing your weaknesses. If you're bad at math, they force you into extra math lessons instead of doubling down on what you're actually good at. So the crucial point is, everyone still has a natural advantage. It just got trained out of you. Think about these 4 natural talent buckets. First, the organizer, who brings structure to chaos and plans systems. Next, the analyst, who breaks things down and spots patterns. Then the communicator, who explains clearly and influences people. And finally, the creative, who connects unseen dots for original ideas. I want you to look at these 4 and mentally check off which one represents your unfair advantage. Got it? Okay, hold on to that.
Let's dive into Section 3, high-value digital vehicles. To earn top dollar online as a digital architect, whatever service you choose absolutely must follow at least one of 3 golden rules. It has to make a business money, save them time, or save them money. If it doesn't do one of those, businesses simply won't pay a premium for it. So let's map out 5 high-value services and connect them directly back to those natural talent buckets. First up, brand identity, increasing a company's perceived value so they can charge more. This is perfect for creatives and organizers. Second, AI automation, removing manual tasks. That hits 2 rules by saving time and money, making it ideal for analysts and organizers. Third, deal making, connecting opportunities for a finder's fee. If you're a communicator or organizer, you'll absolutely crush this. Fourth, video editing, growing audiences and revenue, best suited for creatives and analysts. And lastly, funnel creation, turning traffic into actual sales. Organizers and analysts thrive here because it's so data-driven. See how your natural talent clearly points you toward your most profitable vehicle?
All right, Section 4, the learn while earning loop.
This is the absolute core focus of our explainer today. We're going to completely replace that old education model with a system where your learning is fueled directly by your earning. It's called the skill maxing loop, and there are 5 steps. Step 1, define. Strip your chosen service down to its absolute simplest, most basic form. Don't overcomplicate it. Step 2, sell. Go out and pitch it before you feel ready. Seriously, just accept you aren't perfect yet. Step 3, deliver. Get paid, get real-world feedback, and get good. Step 4, fix. Spot where you're wasting time and use AI to remove those bottlenecks. And Step 5, systemize. Use business management software like Odoo, for instance, to handle your invoicing and project management. Because ultimately, reliability and hitting deadlines makes you stand out way more than pure talent.
Overcomplicating things, like wanting to be a billionaire overnight, is exactly what stops people from taking step one toward a highly realistic $10,000 goal.
Now, what's really interesting about this is a story from our source material. There is a young guy who wanted to be a videographer but kept putting it off because he didn't feel ready. He thought he needed more formal training. His mentor basically told him to forget feeling ready and just go sell. Because, as the guiding principle goes, there is no better teacher than the real world. So he went out, pitched local businesses, faced a brutal wave of rejections, until finally a local caravan park said yes. Hey, you have to start somewhere, right? He relied entirely on that rejection to teach him what actually worked.
Which brings up a really critical question. Why is step 3, actually delivering the service, the only real way to build the skill? Well, think about it. Practicing in a vacuum is safe. But until there is actual money on the line and the intense pressure of a paying client with real expectations, you're just not going to learn fast. You won't fix mistakes with urgency, and you honestly won't discover what the market genuinely finds valuable. That pressure of delivery is the ultimate catalyst for learning.
Let's move to Section 5 and see how this all builds up. Position for premium. Because once you've run through that loop a few times and built your skills, getting to those highest income brackets requires a fundamental shift in how you position your value. Just think about the sheer difference in language here. A standard freelancer will say things like, I design logos, or I build AI chatbots. They're selling a feature, which instantly makes them a commodity, a cost. But a digital architect? They say, I increase perceived value, or I automate bottlenecks to save costs. They are doing the exact same physical work, but they are passionately selling the outcome. And that completely transforms you from a mere business expense into a revenue-generating investment. And trust me, businesses are always happy to spend more on an investment. Mastering this exact positioning shift is the specific mechanism you need to break past those early income plateaus. If you're stuck making a couple grand a month and working incredibly hard, it's not the opportunity holding you back. Actually, it's your positioning. Upgrading how you mentally frame and communicate your value is your golden ticket to consistently hitting and surpassing that $10,000 monthly target. And to really solidify that premium positioning, you've got to optimize your digital storefront. This means cleaning up your social media profile to clearly show who you are, what outcome you deliver, and why you are the absolute authority. We call this brand maxing. Think about the creator Casey Neistat. When CNN bought his company for a reported $25 million, they weren't buying his tech, they were buying his highly valued personal brand. In a sea of freelancers sending identical, ignored cold messages, a clear, authoritative profile guarantees you stand out and attract the right opportunities.
So we arrive at our final slide, and really the most provocative question for you today. Are you ready to stop endlessly preparing to learn and start actually delivering to earn? The blueprint to become a digital architect is right here in front of you. Pick your natural talent, choose a high-value vehicle, run the loop, and jump into the real world today. Thanks for joining me on this explainer. Now get out there and start building.